In this class number 6 of our course on electronics applied to refrigeration and air conditioning, we will detail step by step the operating strategy of an electronic control board responsible for activating the fan of an air conditioning system through a relay, analyzing both the power section and the control section, with the objective that the technician understands the electronic logic, the activation sequence, and the relationship between low voltage signals and high power loads. First, the air conditioning unit operates with 220 volts of alternating current, or AC, a voltage that comes directly from the electrical grid and is used to power the equipment's high power components, such as the compressor and the fan motor, and therefore must be controlled safely and isolated through appropriate electronic devices. Second, the electronic board receives these 220 volts of alternating current, which pass through a transformer that reduces the voltage to approximately 16 volts, also providing electrical isolation between the grid and the control electronics, which protects sensitive components and improves system safety. Third, subsequently, through a rectifier bridge and capacitors, the alternating current is converted into direct current, or DC, a process that allows obtaining a stable unidirectional voltage where the capacitors perform the function of filtering ripple and smoothing voltage variations. Fourth, through a 7812 series voltage regulator, the electronic board reduces and stabilizes the voltage to 12 volts, a value necessary to power relays, coils, and other control devices, guaranteeing a constant voltage regardless of small variations at the input. Fifth, internally, the board includes another 7805 series regulator, which converts the 12 volts DC into 5 volts DC, a voltage level used by logic circuits, microcontrollers, and control signals, ensuring precise and reliable operation of the digital electronics. Sixth, when the electronic board receives the power-on signal from the user, either from the remote control or from the unit's front panel, it sends a logic signal to the main controller, indicating that the system must begin the programmed operating sequence. Seventh, the main controller, upon receiving the start stimulus, responds by emitting a 5-volt signal toward the ULN2003 integrated circuit, a signal that does not have enough power to directly activate a relay, but is suitable to control a power interface circuit. Eighth, the ULN2003 integrated circuit, upon receiving the input signal on pin 3, provides an output signal through pin 14, functioning as a current amplifier and ground switching device, allowing a low consumption signal to control higher current loads. Ninth, it is important to understand that a relay is an electromechanical device that through a low voltage and low current signal energizes a coil that generates a magnetic field capable of moving mechanical contacts, allowing electrical isolation between the control circuit and the power circuit, and increasing system reliability. In the figure, we observe a relay with a coil powered at 12 volts, where current can only flow through the coil when the ULN2003 activates the ground signal on pin 14, closing the electrical circuit. This process generates the magnetic field that actuates the relay's internal switch and enables safe control of high voltage loads. The screen also shows the electronic board of an air conditioner that uses a relay system to control its operation and the fan speed, where multiple relays are observed because each motor speed requires an independent power supply line, allowing different speeds to be selected through the individual activation of each relay. The image presents a typical relay control circuit, whose basic parts include the main controller, responsible for logic and decision-making, the ULN2003, which acts as an intermediate power stage, and the relay, which finally switches energy to the fan motor, forming a clear control chain from signal to load. The main controller of the electronic board acts as the brain of the system, processing signals from the user, temperature sensors, and internal routines, and determining when and how each relay must be activated according to the equipment's operating conditions. The ULN2003 integrated circuit is a chip with 7 independent drivers designed to handle inductive loads such as relays and small motors, incorporating internal protection diodes that prevent damage from voltage spikes generated when coils are de-energized.
The speed control relay is the element responsible for energizing a specific fan speed, connecting or disconnecting the electrical supply to the corresponding motor windings or resistances. The explanation of the operation is as follows, considering a logical sequence of events that allows transitioning from a user command to the physical activation of the fan motor without compromising the integrity of the electronic board. A. When the main controller receives the signal from the remote control to increase fan speed, it sends a positive pulse to the corresponding pin of the ULN2003, a signal that does not have enough power to directly activate a relay, but is suitable to control a power interface circuit. B. The ULN2003, upon receiving this pulse, activates the ground signal, allowing current to flow toward the coil of the relay associated with that speed, closing the coil's electrical circuit in a controlled manner. C. When the coil energizes, a magnetic field is generated that actuates the relay's internal switch, allowing current to pass toward the component responsible for controlling speed, which results in an effective change in fan operation. Now, for proper maintenance, it is essential to identify possible failures in this relay-operated speed control circuit, as well as to apply ordered diagnostic methods that avoid unnecessary component replacement. A. Failure in the main controller output signal is the least common and in practice generally requires replacing the entire electronic board, since the microcontroller is usually not repairable. This condition is verified by measuring DC voltage with a multimeter, placing the positive probe on the signal and the negative probe on ground. B. Failure of the ULN2003 integrated circuit is more frequent and can be solved by replacing it, previously verifying whether an output pulse exists when the main controller activates it, which confirms if the IC is responding correctly. C. Failure in the output track from the ULN2003 to the coil may be due to overheating or vibrations, so it is essential to perform a detailed visual inspection and measure electrical continuity between the corresponding pins to confirm circuit integrity. D. Relay failure must be evaluated following an ordered procedure since it is a mechanical component susceptible to wear, always beginning with basic electrical tests before replacing it. With the board disconnected, the continuity of the relay coil must be measured, since the absence of continuity indicates an open coil and the immediate need to replace the relay. If the coil is not energized, the relay switch must remain open. Therefore, no continuity should exist between the output pins, a condition that confirms the correct mechanical operation of the contact. If the previous tests do not provide a clear conclusion, the most recommended method is to energize the relay, previously removing it from the control board to avoid damage to other components during testing. Once removed, the coil must be energized with a 9-volt square battery. If the relay operates with less voltage, the activation must be performed quickly to avoid overheating and possible damage. All these procedures allow systematic diagnosis and resolution of failures in the relay-based speed control system of an air conditioner, facilitating professional, safe, and efficient maintenance.